Hello everyone, welcome to a DSP video. Uh, we're gonna go over some of the stuff that DSP's been saying about Etika, who committed suicide. So we're gonna just go over some of this pre-stream, some of the Black Ops videos, and some Twitter stuff too. So that'll be something to look forward to, I guess. So let's get started without further ado, dude.
Everybody, Phil here live on the stream. I welcome you all to my first of two gameplay streams today. What's up, what's up?
By the way, it should be noted that this pre-stream originally had 8 ads when he first uploaded it. It took a while up until someone called him out for having ads on this pre-stream, and then he removed the ads. So just think about that for a second. He didn't upload the video and say to himself, you know what, I shouldn't put ads in this pre-stream. He didn't think that. It took someone to call him out for it, for him to even consider it. So just think about that for a hot minute.
How you doing? Today is excuse me, wow. Let's try that again. Today is Tuesday. Holy crap, I almost lost my voice there. Today is Tuesday, June 25th, 2019. Welcome to a full day of gameplay streaming, everybody. Full day of gaming content for you.
Full day of gaming,
hopefully,
dude.
To take your mind off of all kinds of nasty stuff.
Nasty stuff. That is a great way to describe what happened. Nasty stuff. Not some sad news, depressing news. No, nasty stuff.
Hopefully to give you some positivity in your day. Today's a day that's a new release day.
Oh,
At least for some people. I guess I'll explain that in a minute, because the game I'm playing today, technically you could have played it earlier if you wanted to. I didn't have the desire to do that. Because I was so busy with other stuff and a completely different new release, that I didn't want to play this game a little early. But new game released today that I'll be covering for the first time. My weekly Battle Royale stream tonight with Black Ops 4 Blackout. It's good stuff. So it should be all around a pretty great day of streaming, and I hope that you guys are excited for a fun new day of streaming. All right. So let's talk a little bit. Let's get rid of let's address the elephant in the room that everyone is talking.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room. We have to talk about it. When you go to DSP's chat, he's on the pulse of the news. Why does he have to talk about it? That's the other thing. Why he doesn't have to talk about it, but he wants to talk about it.
Talking about already this morning. Sadly, we have some really, really bad news. Out of the realm of YouTube. YouTube gamer by the name of Etika has passed away. Apparently took his own life this week.
Now keep in mind, he said this after he kind of said hello, welcome to Tuesday, all that, and then he goes into the nasty stuff, right?
And it was confirmed by NYPD this morning that it was his body that they found along a river. Really sad to hear that a fellow, gamer.
No, this is what is a little frustrating with DSP, and this is kind of certain people that do this. I mean, I'll say what I'm saying, and it'll probably make sense. So something bad happens, you don't have to talk about it. You might not have a better opinion on it. Let's say that you never I don't know who Etika is. I haven't seen a video of his. I've seen the name before. I've seen it on my Twitter feed, but I don't know much about him. I was just whatever. It is what it is. I'll just kind of go about my day. That's all I know of the guy. So I was okay, whatever. When I heard about him committing suicide, it's I don't really have anything to say about it. So I'm not gonna say anything about it because, I don't watch his videos. I really have no opinion on him. So him committing suicide is sad. Suicide is terrible. It's a sad thing, no matter what. But I'm not gonna sit here and just kind of pretend that I was a magical fan of Etika, or be like, oh man, I always appreciated Etika, or I always appreciated this guy. Like, I'm not gonna do that because that's just fake at that point. Like, if it's someone that I follow, like if I watch someone, I'm a huge fan, and they commit suicide, then it's like, I'd feel uh sad about it and all that other kind of stuff. I mean, and the thing is with suicide is also a very complex situation as well. If you look at like honestly, I mean, just look at the whole Kurt Cobain thing. From what I remember, like it was very tough during that period when that happened, and people are a little upset that he committed suicide. Some people are like sad that he did. It's a very like uh tough thing. So why put yourself in the middle of that if you have no opinion on the guy? Okay.
A fellow passionate content creator like myself has passed. Don't know much about the situation.
Now, this is the other thing that uh-oh. Trump's gonna get me out of the country, guys. Oh shit. Trump, I'm a fucking American citizen. Leave me alone. Oh my god. It's getting louder. You hear that? You hear the fucking helicopter? Okay, so the thing that's silly about this, from coming from DSP, is that when it was 9/11, he was like, "Oh, we should move on from it. We should just move on from 9/11. We shouldn't. We should just kind of move on to positive things and not think about 9/11." On 9/11, which is a great thing to say, obviously. I mean, who would disagree with that, right? Anyways, so he says that. Then when shootings happen, and he say, "Hey DSP, this shooting happened." Oh, I don't want to talk about that. That's negative. We don't want to focus on the negativity. We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to address it, etc. No matter what the shooting is, he will not address it. But a guy commits suicide. I need to talk about it, even though I don't know who he is. I'm gonna talk about it. Why? And I would argue that suicide's a little bit more personal than a shooting. I mean, shooting is bad. I'm not gonna downplay it, but shooting is at least kind of like a thing that people can have an opinion on in general because it affects a society. Uh, Suicide, it's more personal between family and, as far as content creators go, like maybe with their fan base. But if you don't know who the guy is, I mean, I don't know. Like to me, it's just I just don't really think if you're not been a fan of a person, I mean, do you really need to talk about the guy? I don't think so.
I don't know anything about this guy as a content creator.
And he doesn't know the situation. He doesn't know him as a content creator, etc. He just knew he committed suicide. He didn't know why he committed suicide. He didn't know what kind of videos he did. He didn't know anything about this guy.
You guys know, pretty much I am one of those people that I just don't pay attention to other content creators. I just mind my own business.
He doesn't pay attention to them unless they shit on him or die. Yeah, you don't see a problem with that? Like, instead of focusing on content creators that he might want to promote or say, oh, these guys are positive streamers or whatever, no, he only wants to focus on when negative stuff happens to them. He literally just focuses on the negative. So don't you think that's a little disgusting? Because with ProJared, he focused on the fact that he was a shitty person to his wife and all that other kind of all that shit. But instead of talking about that, he made it about himself. Okay. Uh, so that's why he focused on ProJared, because ProJared said a mean thing to DSP. Oh, a guy committed suicide. Well, I don't know the guy, but I'm gonna talk about it anyway and say that it's sad because he's a content creator. I'm a content creator. People had negative memes about him. I have negative memes. I'm not talking about. I'm not using them to talk about myself, guys. But I have negative memes too. And it's just kind of. It's kind of like a vulture for the most part, and it's kind of like stuff that he says that we do. This is kind of stuff that he accuses his detractors of doing, and he does it. Okay.
So I certainly don't have anything to say about the guy on a personal level or as a content creator, but it is sad. It is sad to hear news like this. And as someone who
Oh, it's sad. No shit. See how like it's kind of a waste of time to bring up something this personal to just say it's sad. Like, if DSP was a fan of Etika, I think it would be a little bit more like serious and more personal, etc. But it's just a fucking uh PR statement at this point. It is sad that a YouTuber by the name of Etika has passed away. He committed suicide. He is a content creator. He is passionate about his content. It is sad that he passed away. Like, if you're gonna give a robotic speech, then why do it? But okay, DSP.
in the past has suffered from mental illness, I know how serious of an issue it is. And that's really all I have to say. Like, all I can say is if you know someone who may be suffering from a rough time in their life, whether it's just a momentary thing or something that's been ongoing, if you can, reach out to that person. Try to help that person. Do whatever you can. Because,
Oh, excuse me, sorry.
you know,
So he tells us that we should help these people who are suicidal and they need help. Now, like, it's really tough. At least from what I understand, like sometimes when people are depressed to a point, and you're trying to help them out, trying to give them help, that they might want to push away a little bit more because they may not, and it's tough. Like, what can you really do? I mean, it's kind of good advice to a point, but I mean, it's a tough situation, and I think it's not bad. I mean, I'm not gonna say that trying to help is a bad advice from DSP, but it's still a little more challenging than that. Uh, it is what it is. But the thing is that he also didn't share any suicide prevention hotlines either. He could have just retweeted someone who tweeted that. I don't know why he didn't do that. A lot of people retweeted a lot of suicide prevention hotlines when it happened because it's such a serious matter. It's like, look, guys, if you know someone who's depressed, please give them this number so they can get help, please, please, and they would kind of give you these numbers to help them out. DSP, figure it out on your own. Eh.
you never know what's going to happen. You just don't. You don't know
It,
how
it's it's
serious.
just it's just a half-assed way to help people. Like now you can retweet stuff, you can retweet information, you can find information on your phone very quickly, and he doesn't do any of that for this. Then just say, "Hey guys, help them out." You don't know, and it's like, okay, that's nice and all, but maybe provide a little bit more information than that if you really wanted to help.
Thing is, you don't know what's going to happen in someone's life. Maybe all they need is someone to reach out and help. Say, hey, I'm here for you. Hey, I want to listen. You know.
Yeah, because
And that's
because
all
depressed people are, you tell it to a depressed person, they're gonna just open up immediately, right? Okay.
really can say, because like I said, I don't know anything about the personal situation of what's going on, or what the actual situation was. I don't know anything about this man. So I for me, people ask, what do you think? What do you think? I mean, obviously it's sad
People say, "What do you think? What do you think?"
going on, or what the actual listen, you know. And that's all I really can say, because like I said, I don't know anything about the personal situation of what's going on. what the actual situation was. I don't know anything about this man. So I for me, people ask, what do you think? What do you think? I mean, obviously,
Why would people ask him what he thought about Etika passing away when he doesn't know who he is? And see how fake this is to a point. He feigns all this care about Etika, but he didn't know who he was before he committed suicide. Just think about that. Think about that for a moment. He didn't know who he was until he died. Okay.
it's sad. It's terrible. It's an awful thing. A loss of a life. Someone who was well liked. Someone who obviously had a lot of talent.
How do you know he had talent? He tells us every day that people on YouTube don't have talent. They do drama and negative stuff. And he's saying that Etika is talented. How does he know that? Because someone on Twitter said that they had talent. Well, DSP Tevin has talent, so I guess you have to respect him now. Sound good?
It's a horrendous loss, and it's very sad that it happened. Okay, so we know what's going to happen. People today are going to be coming in. People are going to be coming into the stream and talking about it all day. And nothing you can do about it. It's fine as long as
nothing you can do about it. It's fine to talk about this. Oh, school shootings. A shooting happened. Don't talk about it. We don't want that in this chat. Oh, you want to talk about someone who committed suicide? Go ahead, talk about it in the chat. It's not personal or anything, right? Okay.
As long as we don't have people basically turning it into a negative light. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very...
Is suicide supposed to be turned into a positive light? No, I know what he means. I know what he means. Like, he doesn't want people to, like, kind of shit on the guy and stuff like that, but... You're that kind of shit. I think that's what he was trying to say, but I think saying don't do to not put a negative light on it is really dumb to say. When you consider that he committed suicide, I mean, is it supposed to be positive? Are we supposed to be happy? Are we supposed to be positive about it? Okay.
Much of a belief that you respect the dead. And, you don't say anything bad about them. I couldn't say anything bad about the guy anyway because I know nothing about him. But I don't want people coming in here and trying to make jokes about it and shit, alright? So just don't. It's not the end all and be all of today's stream, but at the same time, I know that, sadly, people are going to be dicks. There's nothing you can do about it. People will be dicks about anything. People have no fucking morality, and they're just gonna do nasty shit no matter what.
What if the people that are being dicks about him, like, kind of didn't like the guy and whatever? I mean, it's whatever. I mean, to me personally, like, I don't like if I don't like. So I'll just use DSP as an example, okay? So let's say DSP commits suicide. I wouldn't be happy. I'd probably feel bad that he committed suicide, but that's pretty much all I'd say about it. I wouldn't go anywhere more than that. I don't know. It is what it is, I guess.
So we're gonna do our best to, moving on and trying to.
Are we gonna move on from it? Okay.
Have a fun, entertaining day here with this very sad knowledge in the back of our minds. Okay, guys. All right, fair enough. Got it out of the way, and hopefully...
Now think about this. You don't know who Etika is, and you come to this guy who also doesn't know who Etika is, and he goes through 4 minutes, or 2 minutes, saying how, oh, he's a great guy. I don't know who he is, but he's a great guy. He's talented. How do you know he's talented? You don't know who he is. Okay. But, like, just think how weird that would be. Hey, this guy doesn't know who he is, but he knows enough about him being a talented guy. Like, it's just PR stuff. It's just stuff that it's like, okay, like, do you really have to talk about it if you have nothing else to say? Like, okay.
Now it's been addressed, and if people want to talk about it, that's perfectly fine. Just please do not disrespect him. All right, fair enough. All right, so let's continue, guys. So that's perfectly fine. All right, fair enough. Got it out of the way.
Got it out of the way. That's a great way to end that segment. Got it out of the way in 2 minutes.
No, I wear a top hat and a fucking tuxedo on stream. And all right. So you've got until this weekend to post up. I'm gonna look into that tonight. I'll let you know how it goes. Interested in, you can buy the digital code and all these new releases. Okay, guys. You see what I'm saying? So we'll see how it goes. I may be able to beat it in tomorrow night's session. Streams may be out when you play a game for over 2 months. All right. HP Lovecraftian and stream on Saturday, and maybe while we tackle all these new releases.
I want to see how long he talked about the plugs. I want to compare the two because it's always something.
Okay. What this is a list of games.
So, I mean, I'm going to throw in fucking Amazon wishlist. Fuck it. 1344.
It's coming out of both ends. It's disgusting. Thank you guys so much for 11 years. I have had the opportunity to share my daily gameplay experiences with all of you here live on the internet. I love it. I absolutely love what I do for a living. And there certainly have been ups and downs. I used to be a full-time YouTuber from the years of 2011 through much more positive vibe around my content, and I really love what I do. I
like today too.
Anticipate
that day was positive
work every day, which is an amazing thing to say because so many people don't. Right? I know I'm one of the lucky few. That being said, because I continue, there are many ways that you can contribute and allow me to keep.
Roughly 10 minutes. More than 10 minutes was the plug segment, while Etika got like 2 minutes. Oh, big ups to the plugs.
Me to try to come in and make it about me or try to especially as someone who has suffered from it in the past myself. Guys. All right. So first of all, overnight, Genetic Gamer 103 did a bunch of 50-bit cheers. Okay, so I just want to say shout out to Genetic Gamer and appreciating those cheers. Thank you for those contributions overnight. In fact, he did so many of those 50-bit cheers, he's currently the top cheerer of the week. So it was a significant amount. Simple. Okay. Starting off today's stream, we had Rob, who tipped me $5. Says I saw an awesome court-based mission you'll definitely want to check out in this game. All right, cool. That sounds good. I hope that there's a lot of variety in the missions in this game. Ask missions like you. Okay. Shout out to Ace, who did a 100-bit cheer. He said, I won't pretend that I knew Etika, but it's a shame what happened to him. Anyone who makes jokes about mental illness or Etika's game, hopefully it's a good variety of stuff. Okay. Shout out to Ace, who did a 100-bit cheer. He said, I won't pretend that I knew Etika, but it's a shame what happened to him. Anyone.
I won't pretend like I know him, but it's a shame. Well, he did commit suicide, buddy. It's very easy to say it's sad. It's kind of a safe thing to say. Not a fresh take.
Anyone who makes jokes about mental illness or Etika's situation do not deserve anything in life. Rest in peace, Etika. I echo that sentiment. I agree with you. As I said, mental illness is a very serious thing.
Look how low-hanging fruit this all is. It's just yeah, the sentiment is there. Okay, fine. But if you just don't know who the guy is, then don't be fake about it. The thing is that as I said, for me, if I don't know who the person, I'm not gonna sit here and be like and go out of my way to be like, guys, suicide is bad. This guy, he was talented, and yet he passed away. It is terrible, and I don't know who he is, but he's terrible. It's sad that he's gone now. I don't know who he is. For all I know, the guy was an asshole. I'm not gonna sit here and sing about any quality or traits of Etika. I don't know who he is, other than I just knew of the name. That's as far as I knew him, and that was his name, and he committed suicide. But I don't know much other than that. I'm sure there's some tweets I read about him that I kind of glanced over a few months ago. But I mean, that's pretty much all I know from the top of my head. But I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, oh, he's a great guy or he's a bad guy, whatever. Because I don't know him that well. So I'm not gonna sit here and just be like, guys, how dare you make fun of him? What if he's an asshole? What if he was like a terrible person? Oh, if he's a terrible person, how does he have fans? Well, how does DSP have fans?
You know, especially as someone who has suffered from it in the past myself, and I understand how awful things can get. And like I said, you know,
Can you understand though?
the thing is, I can't really add anything to the subject because I don't know anything about the guy.
He can't add anything to the. He can't add anything to the subject. But he claims he has depression. Or had depression, I guess. I don't know. It depends on the day you ask. But he has nothing to add. You have nothing to add? Okay.
So it's not something for me to speak of. That would be pretty disrespectful, I feel, of me to try to come in and make it about me or.
I don't think it's more disrespectful to talk about the guy who you don't even know. I think this is more. I just think it's more disrespectful to go out of your way to talk about a guy you don't know and pretend that it's and say that it's sad. It's more offensive because you're just giving a PR statement that anyone can give to anything. It's just let the fans of Etika or let anyone else talk about that might know the guy more than his name.
Or try to add anything to it when I have nothing to add to it. You know what I mean? I just don't. But it is sad losing someone. All right? Ace H cheered again. He said, I'm interested in playing and reviewing Nier Automata. However, the sound that you need to play the game 2 to 3 times to experience the full story. Do you think that forcing you to replay the game multiple times for the story is a bad game design? I think it is. But at the same time, I can understand why some people are turned off.
By the way, I like how he said that. I'm not going to make it about myself, but he talked about himself about it. Okay.
We are conditioned. Some people really loved the game, and then he spins it into something positive. It's a very weird cheer. All right, so let's dissect content. Now asking for help to pick and choose, and pick and choose the ones that I actually want. And to actually concretely see your contribution come because of the way that this is done now. You see what I mean? Right?
The Games on Watch List is going to be a whole its own video, so I'm not going to talk about it here.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
If they feel like they want to contribute in that way, the way that you've always done before, let's continue. The Dirty Alderman review of what happened. You need to take your Twitch name and you need to send that Indie Glow. Okay? And this is for 4-year subs, which some people entire pre-stream so far. So I think you're always going to have a dichotomy who sadly only know me for negative and sadly some people will only. I started that channel in 20. Cool. And again, there will always be people who will not care about that stuff and make someone's legacy only about the 5 negative moments instead of about the 10.
What?
Pretty cool. And again, the video was uploaded. That's what I was fucking doing that day. You know what I mean? It's pretty nuts. All right, so pretty cool. And again, there will always be people who will not care about that stuff and make someone's legacy only about the 5 negative moments instead of about the 10,000 positive ones. And there's nothing you can do about that. I certainly know that. Okay?
Oh yeah, it's only 5.
Let's see here. Shout out to pretty sweet, right? 60-bit cheer about it. It really fucking sucks. Okay. Shout out to the family, me as well. 100-bit cheer. Thank you, Dilly Poos, for that cheer. I appreciate that. All right. Tony Hawk to the 60-bit cheer. He says, I am sad to hear what happened. My prayers go out to the family, me as well. As well. I'm very saddened. But
I'm very saddened. 40, 50, 70. I want to see something.
All I really can say, because like I said, I don't know anything about. Try to help that person. Do whatever you can. I just don't pay attention to other content creators. I just mind my own business. So I certainly don't have anything to say about the guy on a personal level or as a content creator. But it is sad. It is sad to hear news like this. And, you know, as someone who in the past has suffered from...
Yeah, he didn't say any condolences then. So that's cool. He didn't say sorry to his family, etc. A person had to cheer it for him to say, "Oh yeah, I should have said that."
Right? Thank you very much for that. Dilly Poos did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you, Dilly Poo, you know, as well. I'm very saddened, you know, but it really sucks. There's nothing else to say about it. It really fucking sucks. Okay? Excuse me. Yes, Dilly Poos did a 100-bit cheer. He says sometimes it's easier to tip money than to buy a game. You're right, and Dilly Poos, that's why
I'm very sad. You're right. It is easy to tip money. You're right. I love that. I love that tone shift. It went from I'm really sad. Yeah, man, I agree. The money is great.
I'm just saying, the whole tipping system isn't going away. That's why Phil gets to play it. You know what I mean? Insane amounts of complex behind-the-scenes details of financial arrangements that you don't need to fucking know about himself. Yeah, basic information, because I need help. Not insane amounts of complex behind-the-scenes details of financial arrangements that you don't need to fucking know about.
So financial stuff, that's personal. That should be behind the scenes. You guys don't need to know the financials. Oh, a guy committed suicide. Let's talk about depression and mental health and just air it all out there. Let's do that instead. Okay.
Ridiculous. There's a difference between, okay, Phil's really in a bad spot right now and he needs some help. I'm glad he told us so that we can help him out and we can keep still watching his streams so it doesn't affect things negatively. Versus, oh, I want to know every little detail about every possible thing.
You need a lot of fucking money all the time. You don't think that might get people to be like, why does he need this kind of money? Like, he told us that the taxes was like 17K. You don't think that maybe people would want to know why you need 17K a little bit more than your word?
How long is the loan on Phil's car still? What's this? What's that? Fucking nuts.
And he told us that he wasn't gonna pay the condo anymore, and now he's paying the condo still. Weird.
That's obsessive behavior.
It's almost like the bank told him, "Hey, you know, that's fine if you want to stop paying, but we're gonna sue you if you do that." And he's like, "Guess I gotta pay," and then he decided to pay. Big ups.
And that's not healthy behavior. Okay, it's just not.
It's not healthy behavior. It's okay. So it's not healthy to be curious about a guy's financial situation that makes most of his streams about it by telling us to tip him. He gets that immediately. That's unhealthy. But what's healthy is to look in the news and say, hey, this guy who I don't know committed suicide. I'm going to talk about it, and I'm not going to offer anything new. I'm just going to just say stuff about it, and then just kind of hope for the best. That's healthy, right?
Very honest here. Dirty Alderman to me yet another dollar saying, check the logs. All right, Dirty Alderman have to email me you. Oh my God. Do you have any ideas? What's next? A Grubhub wish list? That's stupid. That's really stupid.
That's stupid. Sir. Oh, just like Twitch was stupid, Bits was stupid, the leaderboard was stupid. He even said the Amazon wishlist was stupid. He said that people who had him were thoughts. But he's doing it, so, you know.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we got someone who's a troll tipping $1. I'm going to completely ignore because they're an idiot.
Got him.
So let's see, that's basically $4 in tips came in that are all stupid. So I could actually just put those up right here.
I agree. It is stupid to give you money.
All right.
Big ups.
Dilly Poo's cheered says, would you do a WWE 2K19 playthrough? Really have gotten played out over multiple pay-per-views of watch a lot of pro wrestling. I mean, yeah. You know,
anything else?
You see, and it was fun. Don't get me wrong. I actually thought it was one of the better. Do a ton of sim matches. Not sure if you already have or not. I've seen others play it. It seems right. And then they made a game called Trover Saves the Universe. Jayco TV for the tip. I appreciate that. Built into are quite entertaining. And I would like to give a shout out to the top cheer.
Okay. All right. So that's that. Let's go to Twitter for a bit. So DSP made a tweet after the first stream Rest in peace, Etika, who I didn't know, but was well liked. Mental health is not a joke. Memes can be hurtful, and people should feel responsible for their actions and pay attention to their repercussions. We shouldn't have to deal with the tragic loss of an awesome person today. How do you know he's awesome? I don't know. Who I don't know. Etika, who I don't know. Awesome guy. What if he was a bad guy, DSP? Would you stay that still? If uh, as I said, maybe you shouldn't talk about people who you don't know. You could just say that suicide is bad, and that'd be a better take than pretending you know the guy, but you don't know him. You don't need to sound like a dummy. And he mentions here that uh mental health is not a joke. Okay, how many times has he said that his detractors are mentally ill? And I feel like that there's other stuff he kind of belittled about mental health, and he called depression a disease. He called depression a disease, and then got mad when people told him that it was a disorder. Hey DSP, depression is a disorder. Oh my god, the negative dance in the chat say it's a disorder, it's a disorder. Fine. Yeah, okay, DSP. I'm sure depression is so serious. That's why you called it a disease and then got super mad that people corrected you. Okay. So he mentions how memes can be hurtful, which, like, as I said before, like, if you know me, you know my stance on blocking people and muting. Like, if someone's like, uh, harassing you or saying malicious stuff to you and you just don't want to deal with it, I can understand blocking the person, muting them, kind of using the tools that Twitter or YouTube or whatever gives you to kind of get away from that. Sure, there are some people also get around that to kind of continue the harassment, and it's just like, you know what, I really don't want to leave Twitter just because of this. I want to still keep my Twitter. I want to keep. Why do I have to leave because other people are being mean to me? And I get that too. And I think it's and before people say, well, Theo, what about DSP? DSP is an asshole, to everyone. So I don't really think that DSP is above it or uh, immune to it. I'm talking about people who are not assholes that get that kind of shit thrown at them, and that happens in one form or another. Like, I'm sure that people are gonna disagree with me in the comments. Which, I mean, I got some arguments about this when it happened. But the actress who played was it Rose Tico, or was it that woman that played the character that no one liked, which is fine. You don't have to like the character, but I just thought that was a little ridiculous, and that I felt bad for because like she had to leave Instagram because everyone went to her Instagram to kind of slam on her for a movie about a character she didn't create. And I thought that was a little shitty because she wasn't a shitty person either. It wasn't like she, said fuck you or anything like that. She was just doing her job and she liked Star Wars and she was happy to be in a Star Wars movie. I just thought that was a little shitty. Uh, to say so I was sympathetic about that. People are saying, well, she's famous and she should know. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, she's famous, but I mean, she doesn't really go into anything with a negative attitude. She was kind of positive. She was in smaller YouTube videos before she even made it to Star Wars. She was in a Frank Howley video. So I don't really think uh, it's fair for what happened to her. Uh, but like because it wasn't like DSP where she's just like going around being an asshole to people. DSP has shat on so many people that he kind of gets what he threw out there. And it does kind of happen to people. I mean, there's limits. Sure, I'm not gonna say that he deserves getting swatted or anything like that. I don't agree with that, but as far as like being called out, criticized, memed, like saying he's an idiot, whatever, that kind of stuff is fair. Uh, you know, it's all situational. At the end of the day, it's all situational, and you guys can always find your own threshold of stuff. Everyone has a different threshold of what they can deal or tolerate, and that's fine. You know, like to me, like if I'm being an asshole to someone, and they tell me to stop, I usually do back off because it's like, I don't want to keep going on someone if they tell me to stop. If they tell me to stop nicely, and like it's like okay, I could see, usually I try to be fair, I guess. But that's just me. So you mentioned about memes, and Revan says, guys, this is what DSP is talking about. Is this video of Etika talking about how memes are hurtful? But the thing is that how did Revan know that's what DSP was talking about? Because if that's what DSP was referring to, why didn't he retweet it? Why didn't he post that video? Why? Why did he just kind of say this and not mention the video? So, obviously, Revan's like, oh, I need to save Papa Phil from being slam dunked on. Better give him the video to hide behind, which he did. But let's go to Revan's old Twitter here. So, Beefster says, leave it to DSP to take advantage of a tragedy and make it about himself, which, like it's getting to the point where it's kind of tough to see if it's intentional or not at this point because DSP just throws so much into things these days, but it is what it is. So Revan says, "You're a real dumb shit. You know that." He's referring to a video about Etika talking about the memes can be hurtful to a person. Okay, well, a few things about that actually. The more I think about it, so as I said before. How did Revan know that's what DC was referring to? Secondly, that's not why he committed suicide. It wasn't because of the memes. Uh, you could argue that the negative memes played a part in it, whatever, but didn't he also say that he was depressed? He was depressed. I mean, if he said that, then I would probably wager that depression is kind of what drove him to do that. So then, DSP responds, "There's no need for this. They will say whatever they want with zero substantiation. Substantiation to say with zero evidence, or to say they'll just say whatever they want and believe it because they have no brains. Let them circle jerk each other as usual and just move on. That's what I do. Where was the circle jerking in this? Did Beefster go to like a detractor meeting and was like, guys, I sent a mean tweet to DSP, guys. I Wow, amazing. That's quite the leap there, buddy. Uh now this is the other thing I love about Revan. Revan is one of those people that just throws so much good faith in people randomly. Like it's kind of the same shit that people did with DSP about this. Well, DSP is an idiot. He's a fucker and shit, but he has a point, man. Yeah, the guy who wants us to move on from 9/11 and just kind of not think about it, and a guy who doesn't want to talk about shootings or school shootings. We're going to listen to that guy when he talks about suicide that's more personal. Okay. And especially to a guy who doesn't even know who he is. That's the best part. DSP doesn't even know who he is. We're going to listen to that. Okay. Obviously, he's not kind of using this as a platform to make himself look good or anything. No, no, of course not. DSP would never do that. And Keem, Revan just posted the image of Keem now. Now, one of the things I kind of a vague recollection didn't Keem like not like Attica at all? And now Keem is like, well, let me tell you, it's sad that he committed suicide. Well, whatever. It is what it is, I guess. Like, whatever. It's whatever. Let's move on to The Blops. This is part 2, right? I think that, yeah, this is part 2. Serious talk. He puts it in the fucking title, dude. Serious talk.
Okay, everybody. Good evening and welcome to my weekly stream of Battle Royale and Black Ops 4 Blackout. Last week was quite the raucous week, where I ended up doing pretty damn well, and we're going to see how we do this week. Now, things have changed, as I'm about to show you in the map. Look, all the flooding is gone. They've restored this map back to its previous and original state before the dam broke. So that lasted all of 2 months. They started in April, and here it is in June. They've already undid it, so it didn't really last very long. Alright, let's head down here and see what we can find.
This is great gameplay, DSP.
Cody Carl Shooter said, please don't get rid of Minecraft for good, just maybe a month or 2 or something. Yeah, I want to see you play it different. So, more than... Nihilistic Goldfish did a 50-bit cheer. Says, sup, Phil, get a dub. Need something, right? No, here, I can put... I'm not gonna lie, that's really bad. It's this, and... No Lover cheer, so I hope you get 3 wins today. Magnus Flamebeard, indeed, is the top cheer. Tipper and Magnus Flamebeard, the top cheer. So, I'm seriously hopeful, because it's everything they've said. What a surprise.
Kind of wish Mr. Hustle did a video on that.
Well, yeah, if they live up to what they're promising, the game will be great. But can you really trust Infinity Ward and Activision? I don't know. So I guess we'll find out.
I don't know, dude. Can you trust them?
New Magnus Flamebeard. Quite honestly, I'm glad I died quick, because that would have really sucked if I got to the very end and I had no chance of winning.
Mighty D might save this video. Mighty D, please.
Found to mirror the South Street.
Fuck. When somebody's taking illness, stupid stuff.
SJ says, I watched Etika for a long time. I'm really sad about what happened. Did you ever come close to being mentally unstable from all the trolling and hate that you get? I hope you're doing well, and please talk to someone if things get too hectic. I mean, I'm not going to lie. There's times when it really does get to me, when things go really bad because of it. Or when I just want to express...
But he tells us that he laughs at the trolls and the haters and it doesn't get to him. Now it gets to him. Okay.
Something genuinely, you know, that's something positive, and these idiots have to literally turn it into something negative and just say, oh, see, nothing, Phil could never ever genuinely do anything good, or never ever genuinely have a positive feeling about anything, because in the past, here's 5 things he did wrong. And they do this all the time. They did it on my tweet. I made a tweet about Etika, just basically saying what I just said. Okay, and oh, look, in the past, Phil has referenced mental illness, and in the past, Phil has done this horrible thing and that horrible thing. How dare he make a tweet about something like that? Fuck off.
Fuck off, how dare you mention stuff in the past? But I guarantee, let's say, that Tevin decides, I'm gonna be a DSP fan now, I'm done being a hater, I'm gonna be a good boy now, I'm gonna be good, I'm gonna be a good DSP fan. He goes through his chat, he's like, hey, DSP, I deleted my YouTube channel. I'm not doing DSP restreams anymore. I changed, reformed, the almighty reformation. The almighty reformation. So he does that. Do you think DSP is gonna be like, okay, man, welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, guys, let's have it in. He's cool now, okay? Fuck no. I guarantee he's gonna be like, I don't know, Tevin, you did restreams of me, and you made fun of my wife? No! And bring up his past constantly. You got banned off Twitch, Tevin. You should be in my chat. Okay?
Seriously, but that's what I mean. These people, they just want to bring you down. Here's a tweet about a guy who apparently was so mentally disturbed by people fucking with him.
Now, of course, DSP pretty much described having a bad day, or being like, kind of, like, you could be attacked and feel like shit and not be depressed. Depression is a little bit different. It's not, depression is usually not everyone else's fault. It's usually not, because it's usually a personal thing. That's kind of why depression is a little serious.
That he committed suicide, so let's now attack.
Now, I like how he did zero research and just This is exactly what I mean. Like when I brought up the Revan tweet, this little video that Revan mentioned and what DSP tweeted, these two are not related at all. Etika was talking about just how negative memes might affect other people, which is a fair point in a way, because you could say that, oh well, people might take that differently, but that's what he was saying. He wasn't talking about himself in this. I mean, let's just watch the clip. Let's see what he says.
It's a meme.
Oh my god, come on.
It's a meme, Attica. No big deal. What if memes hurt? What if memes can kill? Would you throw around an internet meme as easily if you knew the damage it does to one's mental? You can't imagine the pain I just endured.
I like how it ends with the chuckle. Okay, so never mind. I guess I was wrong. I'm the idiot, guys. I apologize. Greeks make mistakes sometimes. Okay, calm down, guys. But still, like, but he kind of used himself as an example. But he was mostly talking about just what if memes can kill, like what if memes are hurtful, whatever. And that's kind of what he kind of talked about. And someone mentioned that he was kind of memeing in this video as well. But that's pretty much it. Is that I just heard that this could have also just been a joke from his part. But DSP did no research to understand why he committed suicide. Just assumed it was because of the memes, which is kind of irresponsible to spread that about someone who died. Just saying.
The guy making the tweet. But the tweet's about someone who committed a tweet about a guy who apparently was so mentally disturbed by people fucking with him that he committed suicide. So let's now attack the guy.
He was mentally disturbed because people were fucking with him. I think because he said, like, from what I remember from my understanding, is that he was always battling with depression. He didn't get depression from the internet, DSP. He kind of had it.
Making the tweet. But the tweet's about someone who committed suicide because they were attacked, so let's attack the guy making the tweet.
Probably because you're not depressed, and that's why they make the tweet. Like, DSP's like, well, they're attacking me for making the video, and they don't making the tweet, and they don't think that it's hypocritical to do that. Dude, you tell us every day, oh, I laugh at the trolls. I don't let it get to me. This and that, and the thing that is just the pinnacle of all of this, when it comes to DSP, is that he shat on Ninja multiple times. He called him a fucking Muppet. Isn't that a negative meme? They calling someone a Muppet? I guess they have to commit suicide for him to feel bad. Because if they didn't kill themselves, then it can't be that bad, right? Okay.
It's like, do you not have a brain in your fucking head? But this is what these people are.
Do you not have a brain in your fucking head? Mental illness is fucking serious, guys, but do you not have a fucking brain, idiots? It's very serious, guys.
Immoral. They don't care. They do whatever they want to, because it's anonymous and they can get away with it, right? It's messed up. It's a messed up online culture that we have.
It's a messed up online culture that we have.
And, it's a horrible, horrible, worst case scenario thing to hear about someone like Etika, who...
Worst case scenario, by the way. There's a lot of bad things that could happen. It's kind of life. Life is very rough. But this is just irresponsible because he's just adding memes to his suicide, which had nothing to do with his suicide.
Who just ended up taking his own life over stuff like this. For me, it gets really bad sometimes.
By the way, I like how he talked about Etika, then went to me. Sure, the question was about DSP to begin with, but he had to mention Etika to talk about himself. Think about that. He had to start with a guy who died to talk about himself.
It gets insanely bad, you know, to the point where if I ever were to not be a streamer, I don't even know if I'll be able to get another job. You know what I mean? There's so much nasty, completely untrue shit about me on the internet to sift through. I don't even know if I didn't do what I did for a living, what else I could do at this point, you know? I mean, eventually I'm going to have to try to find something, but you have to hope that by then most of the complete garbage has died down. You know what I mean?
It already kind of died down. He could have gotten a job right now if he wanted to, I feel like.
We'll have to see what happens.
We'll have to see what happens.
You know, when you have an online presence like I have, there's not much you can do about it. You just have to kind of put up with it. But yeah, I'm not going to sit here and lie and say, oh no, it doesn't bother me at all. I just brush it right off because I'm the super duper.
You do say you brush it off, though. And the other things that I was just thinking about, if he's so afraid of the online presence and all that, he could just delete his Twitter. When he goes for a job, delete his Twitter or whatever, because I think you could like hide it from the world, something like that. And then like when you apply for your job, they're not gonna find your Twitter. They might find like copies of your Twitter, but that you could just say, well, these are just fake accounts. They're not me, dude. Big ups.
Tough He-Man guy, and I don't let anything affect me at all because I'm.
Oh, look at this! Someone committed suicide. Look, I'm vulnerable too, guys. I'm not strong. I'm not strong, man. I'm super vulnerable and weak, and I cried too. I cried too. Yeah, this is such a good look for you, DSP.
I'm made of steel. It's not true at all. It does. It adds up. It makes.
Except you brag about your thick skin. I kind of would like someone to take all these clips and interject all of the moments that DSP does when he talks about haters. I have thick skin. They should have me, but really, it doesn't have any effect on me. Blech. That kind of shit. They should put that kind of stuff in this and see what happens. It'd be pretty cool.
Makes you feel like shit. It does. It makes you feel awful inside, especially if you suffer from depression like I have.
Like I have? Is that why you said that the State of Decay 2 tweet, that shill tweet, was... First it was his depression, which... Okay. Then he said it was because he was frustrated because he couldn't hang out with Kat. That's depression? Like, I said this in the debunk video. It's kind of dumb to sit there and be like, guys, I have depression. I couldn't go to hang out with Kat. Like, that's not depression. That's having a bad day.
And there's days when you have depression, you gotta understand something. There will be days when you wake up.
And I said this as well when I covered the depression stream he did. Because he said that him doing the shield suit was self-harm and he wanted to hurt himself and this and that. I know it's destructive. It's self-destructive. When you're depressed, you do self-destructive things. And I sat there when I was watching that, and I was like, saying this, like, depressed people who do destructive things, do stuff that harms themselves physically. They might like cut themselves. They might drink a lot. They might be an alcoholic. They might take a lot of hardcore drugs that does lasting damage to them. They might attempt suicide. It's more stuff than just, I made a mean tweet and people are gonna shit on me for it. That's like not even a self-destructive thing, because you can rebound from dumb tweets. Everyone can. Because you can have a bad opinion and a bad take, but if you make another tweet and you are honest about, realizing what you said was wrong, that's different. But DSP said that he was self-harming himself with that tweet. And it's like, you can't really say that. It's not the same. And he's like it's just disgusting. And I said this before, he's trying to like kind of jump on the bandwagon of depression, which is a fucked up thing to do to begin with. But okay, DSP, okay.
And for absolutely no fucking reason, you feel like dirt. You feel like you want to die, and there's no reason for it. It's not like,
really, you wake up one morning and say, I want to die, and then the next day you don't. usually people have those thoughts for a long fucking time, and it's pretty bad. That's kind of why it's important. It doesn't just go away some days and comes back another. Get the fuck out of here. This is such. This is literally like it's like he watched an episode of House and thinks that he knows everything. Like, guys, look at House. He's depressed. He's sad all the time. He takes Vicodin. He's depressed. That's what depressed people do. Okay.
Oh, something's bad today. Oh, something went wrong. Oh, someone trolled me. You know what I mean? It's not even like that. It's just you could just wake up feeling completely fucking awful about yourself and about your life for no valid reason. Now imagine that compounded by people for no valid reason.
I hate that he uses the word compounded on so many things. Compounded. Now, of course, you could feel bad, and then people can just pile up on a bad day. That does kind of happen, and sometimes I don't know if it happened to me recently, but there were just days that I just had a bad day, and I just go on Twitter, and it's like, oh man, I just want to deal with this, and I just move on. I mean, but other people have different tolerances, as I said. It's all situational, but I mean, come on, like this is stuff that people can handle. It's depression isn't this at all.
You constantly just to be shitheads and treat you badly because they can. Can you imagine what someone goes through? Can you imagine what Etika was going through if that's the case, the situation he was fucking in?
If that was the case he was in, maybe you should have found out what he did before.
So it's fucking awful that people do this shit and have zero conscious thought about, oh, the repercussions of my actions, and that could actually concretely be really hurting someone badly by acting in this way or doing something fucked up like that. They just don't give a fuck because they're so selfish little fucking pieces of shit. And they think that it's just funny, it's harmless, and it's safe, and it's immune because it's all on the internet. And in reality, it's not. It's fucked up, it hurts people, it's hurt me.
So, now think about this, it hurts him. Okay. If all the negative memes cause someone to commit suicide, why hasn't DSP tried? Now, I'm not saying that he should try. I'm just saying, like, if he's gonna sit on this little soapbox of how hurtful memes are, he's not a good poster boy then for that because he's kind of showing how minimal it affects him. He gets even more money from it. So,
and my loved ones. You know, and others, and I can't imagine, you know...
How did it affect Kat? Oh, she didn't want to be in the stream anymore, which I kind of think is a little suspicious, but okay. I think it's suspicious because she was on 2 streams before the Halloween stream, and people were saying shit to her then. Okay.
The stuff that guy went through, that to the extent where it got to the point where you couldn't take it anymore. You know, it's fucked up. It's seriously 1,000,000%
And the other thing is that, like, he says this, but Etika's been... I don't know how long Etika's been doing videos, but I assume he's been doing videos for a while. But just now, it got to him. I don't know, I kind of feel like it's mostly the depression, not the memes that did it, but okay, DSP. We could blame random people that had nothing to do with it, but okay.
Up that anyone would do stuff like that for the jollies, for the lulz, and extent where it got to the point where you couldn't take it anymore. You know, it's fucked up. It's seriously 1,000,000% fucked up that anyone would do stuff like that for the jollies, for the lulz.
The jollies, the lulz.
The fact that, you know, people have to go through on a daily basis.
No, I like this as well because he acts as if like people. God, this is a good face. People like trolling on the internet just innately has this negative like people go like oh be slandering all that kind of stuff immediately, like, oh, you're gonna troll someone, go all in, dude. Usually people kind of don't do that. They don't go in and calling people random people fucking pedophiles. Usually it's kind of insane that he's kind of trying to make a connection between the two, which there is no connection, but okay.
Me being one of the people.
Oh, he left it.
I mean, and the fact that, you know, people have to go through on a daily basis. Me being one of the people.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, dude. I agree.
Is pretty nasty. I mean, it's remarkable. You know, that I don't know. That's, again, like I said, my mentality has always been the people who fuck with you
It's remarkable.
and say, oh, I want you to fail or whatever. I basically use the fact that I'm still here as my motivation to keep going and say, well, fuck you, because I'm still here. And that's just proof that, number one, I'm doing something valid that has worth. And number two, that people like me for it. And number three, that you're wrong saying that I don't have value or worth and I should just go away. Right?
I could say something doesn't have value. Doesn't mean that it's the real truth of shit. You know, like I could say, you know, this Polar seltzer water is pretty good, and someone could say, no, it sucks. Does that? So what does that mean? That's kind of dumb. These are all subjective points. People have value in me, man. People like what I do. There's bound to be people who like what you do, DSP. It's bound to happen. People can like what I do. Does it mean I'm a special princess who should be treated like the fucking prestige Greek that I am? No.
But if I didn't have the support that I get from you guys, the viewers, and, you know, if I didn't have a loving wife, you know, and I didn't have all the things going for me that I do, who's to say where I would be today? You know what I mean? Like 2 years ago, in 2017, when everything kind of fell apart in my personal life.
Remember this. I want you, as you were listening to this, keep this in mind. He was dating Kat throughout 2017. He met her in June. He flew her in the first time he took that week off. I think the first one was, let's see, he took one in, I know he took one in July, I think, in October, in December. I think those are the dates. Someone might have to correct me on that, but he flew in Kat 3 fucking times. He was dating Kat during all this. Just keep that in mind.
Life, and it was basically like starting over from scratch. That was not a good time. That was one of the worst years of my entire fucking
Worst years, terrible times, hated it. Starting over from scratch, it sucked. During that same year, by the way, I'm not gonna mention Kat because you guys are thinking about it. He said it was great. He was the master of his time. I love doing this. I can do whatever I want now. And then, like, you know what's funny? So, before Kat started to visit, he was like, oh, master of my own time, baby. Amazing. Love it. Big ups. Hell yeah. Alright, great. Good shit. Kat starts to come into the picture, right? She's here. She's like, hi, Phil. Don't tell people I'm here, though. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, DSP starts to get depressed. And he's like, I have to cook, but I don't have time. I can't do this. I can't do that. I need, it's tough. Tough being single. Starts acting like a thought, pretty much. Now we pair that the convenient timing with all of that, and Kat.
in life, and I was really feeling like I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if I was going to be able to wake up the next fucking morning and do stuff. And the other thing is I had to keep all that shit secret from you guys, right? I totally kept that a secret when
So I love his version of keeping a secret is just blatantly lying, which is also bullshit because he also like, hold up, I got a notification on YouTube. Maybe, what is this? Oh, it's a Dark Dave. I don't know why. Like I don't have notifications on for Dark Dave, and yet I get notifications for him. Big ups to Dark Dave. He hacked YouTube, dude.
when I broke up with my ex, and I was just basically kind of flying by the seat of my pants on one.
I broke up with my ex, by the way, which I kind of don't think is true. Because he had a lot to benefit from keeping Leanna around. So I kind of don't think he broke up with her, unless he's an idiot, but maybe he is.
Income, trying to make ends meet and doing stuff, and I was incredibly depressed. I just didn't tell you guys about it. I was drinking way more than I should.
I didn't tell you guys about it. You did. Remember War Dog Leader? Remember that part of the timeline? But as I said, like in June, he was happy. He was like that, and then July comes, Cat visits, and all of a sudden, I'm exhausted, guys. I have to do all this kind of stuff. It's insane. And he was going like losing his mind and shit. He was drinking all the time, apparently. So, okay, so either Cat is such a loving person that it just drives anyone to drink a lot and be sad. Or he's not depressed. Or this is a lie. You tell me. Okay, guys, tell me in the comment section below. What do you think? Do you think Cat drove him to be sad during the visits of 2017, or he's not depressed at all, and and this is just a lie? So either he's lying now, or Cat is just that great of a person that she drove him to be sad even more.
I was getting shot in the ass by someone who thought that they could get a pot shot at me and they completely fucking missed.
Oh,
now
cool.
someone else is shooting at me. Alright, I'm out of here. Fuck all this shit.
He went to
Fuck
a
you
meme.
Guys. You guys fucking deal with this shit yourself. I'm leaving. I'm done with it. I'm not dealing with this shit. I don't know what the fuck these
Like how he plays Blackout, by the way. He plays like a little bitch.
Yeah,
Plays
in
like a
reality,
bitch.
like I said, it's a fucked up situation what happened to Etika. I really feel bad. It's actually funny because earlier today, I kind of was like, I just found out right before my first stream, and I didn't really have time to think about it or nothing. And basically, my attitude on my first stream was, I can't really say I feel bad. It's actually funny because earlier today, I kind
Did you catch that? Did he hear it?
yeah, in reality, like I said, it's a fucked up situation what happened to Etika. I really feel bad. It's actually funny because earlier
It's actually funny.
today, I kind of was like, I just found out right before my first stream, and I didn't really have time to think about it or nothing.
It's kind of funny that you just found out about it just before his first stream.
And basically, my attitude on my first stream was, I can't really say anything because I didn't know the guy. And then when I kind of, after my first stream, I went onto Twitter and I saw so many people outpouring their hearts about this guy. And the fact that this guy had been the victim of internet trolling and memes that he had said a lot of times they really got to him, and people thought that he was just saying that for attention and shit, And then reading the story of this guy, it really kind of made me feel awful that, people do this shit to people. And I know firsthand because I have.
Look at this. I'm not even gonna make it about myself. I know all about this. Look at me. I know. Because DSP is just such a knowledgeable guy, and the stuff he saw on Twitter was literally the stuff that Revan posted. And as I said before, like at the end, the guy kind of chuckled at it, so it kind of leads me to believe that it could have been, that also could have been a meme. But at the same time, he wasn't talking about himself. He used himself as an example, but I mean, anyone can say mean things are mean.
Happens to me. But like I said, I'm lucky. I'm one of the lucky people.
Oh,
who I have a support
he's lucky. Etika was just one of those unlucky people. That's a good thing to say.
structure. I have you guys. I have my wife. I have my parents. I have people.
So Etika doesn't have family. He doesn't have fans. He doesn't have any of that. Okay.
Who were there for me no matter what, and have been able to help me out in times when I absolutely needed the help.
Oh, are they? Because you're asking your fans for a lot of tips lately. Cat is not there to help you?
Because, like I said,
weird.
2 years ago was one of the worst times of my entire fucking life. Being real. He says, if you feel bad, I thought you used the hate to fuel you. Oh, I do. Don't get me wrong.
No, you do.
Like I said, when people...
I do, but it also hurts me, dude. It's like a move that you... It's like in Persona, when you use a move that takes some HP from you, but it does a lot of damage. It's like, hey, man, I need to beat the boss. This attack does a lot of damage, but it does cost my HP, but it's worth it. That's kind of what happens. DSP is like that. He does that. The fans, I need to find something that it could be his SP meter, but like he might have some attack that's like an SP gauge. I guess the SP gauge is Twitch, I guess, or whatever. Like, shit just kind of happens around him that benefits him. And then the HP meter is him taking the hate to fuel him. He takes the hit to deal the hit.
You're not good enough. You're a piece of shit. You're not a good content creator. You're a horrible person. You're a scammer. You're this, you're that. And it's all bullshit. It's all lies. I and the basically say you're not good enough. You're a piece of shit. You're not a
People could say that about anyone. I'm sure people could say that about me too. My videos suck, by the way. I agree. My videos do suck. You know, I should be. I need to get good.
good content creator. You're a horrible person. You're a scammer. You're this, you're that. And it's all bullshit. It's all lies.
It's all lies.
And the fact that I'm still here, despite the fact that these idiots say all this shit about me, it does fuel me to keep going. Absolutely, 1,000,000%. Still here, despite the fact that these idiots say all this shit about me.
There's always whales, and he's also fueled by people who love lolcows. Like that's the thing. I can't really blame DSP for not knowing, because these people are not very transparent when they donate to him. Like, he literally has people that give him money that just are there to keep the train going. Like Monday, when he had that 2-hour pre-stream with my main man and the fake loophole tipping him and giving him all that kind of money, that really wasn't to support him. That was literally to piss people off. That's kind of how he gets around. He makes money off of people who want to troll other people. So he's pretty much a tool for people to troll, which is pretty wheelchair simple, but it's something, I guess. I mean, it's a living for him. He gets to make money off of it. So at the end of the day, I guess he gets the last laugh in the whole thing.
It does fuel me to keep going. Absolutely, 1,000,000%.
So if that's all it takes for him to be fueled, then his fans, I would love. Like, this is the thing that kind of gets that I get a little disappointed with. It's not that he's still around. It's honestly that he says all of this stuff, but I would love to see the utter meltdown he would have if all of the ironic donating that people do and all that shit were just to go away, and people don't sub to him out of like, oh man, it's gonna be funny, man, or anything like that. Like, all he had people supporting were Rob and Hank, and that's it. If those were the only people, and maybe like Infinite, because he does give subs sometimes. Like, just like his revenue off of people wanting to prolong the lolcow, if all those people went away for a year and all that money dried up, I would love to see where he would be. Because I guarantee he would not have this mentality.
But the thing is, even though I use it to fuel me and say I gotta keep going, it doesn't mean it doesn't add up, man. It doesn't. 2 years ago, when my life fell apart, I was like, dude, all these years that I've put all my effort and hard work into YouTube, and
Oh, not to the relationship
look at how
you
how
had?
bad things were at that point. I didn't know how I was gonna make ends meet. I didn't know how I was gonna keep doing what I was doing, because I didn't know if I could make a living doing it anymore, because YouTube's ad revenue bottom fell out. Then I broke up with my ex, and it was like everything at once. It was like
Now look how dumb that is, by the way. So his big concern of that year was YouTube, which, okay, fair enough, he makes a living off YouTube. That I could see weighing on him. But he didn't care about Leanna. That wasn't weighing on him either. Oh no, just him breaking up with her. Why would he break up with her? She was cooking him meals, and she had a job. Like, he had no motive to break up with her. If anything, Leanna had the motive to leave. So I kind of don't believe that, because he kind of threw her right under the bus. If it was genuinely mutual, like Curse, let's say. Like, I kind of believe Curse was mutual, because he didn't really throw them under the bus. He felt sorry for them. So it was more of like a positive breakup. Like that he was like, oh, okay, whatever, it is what it is. Yeah, okay. But man, when Leanna left, I have to pay. She has all this shit in her room. I gotta clean up after her. Oh, I still have to pay the phone bill. Machinima, they drive me. They're fucking assholes. Fuck you, Machinima. Curse leaves him. Well, you know, it is what it is. The trolls fucked it up, man. Fuck the trolls.
Fucking clusterfuck of just negativity all at once. You know, to the point where I didn't know what was gonna happen. I was losing my mind.
They
Like,
get
at
the
night, I was so
voicemail,
depressed.
buddy.
I was drinking like crazy. I was eating terrible food and just really
Again, all of this during the time he met Kat. The phone is shocked too, by the way. The phone is contributing.
at all.
My co-host, the phone.
Yeah, did I use that to fuel myself to say I could come back from this and I could succeed? I did, but
Not
at the
Kat?
same time,
Not Kat? Wait. I thought Kat, your soulmate, was there to help you. He told us that he was dating Kat throughout the year of 2017, like the 3 days off, the 3 vacations he took or whatever he wanted to call them, were to hang out with Kat. She wasn't there to help you? Huh. Must suck. I guess she sucks, right?
very same time, it wasn't easy. It still got to me. That's what I mean. Like, someone like Etika, apparently Etika, in reality, apparently Etika was not disliked. He was well liked. He was a well liked guy.
So then why did he
And
commit
that guy
suicide?
lost it and couldn't take it. You know, like, can you imagine what this guy must have been going through in his head? How bad things must have been for him in his head? That he actually had big support from fans and viewers worldwide, and still it was so bad that, like, it messed him in the head completely. And that's what people don't realize. Just
Yeah,
little...
yeah, we create depression, guys. You don't know this, but detractors, they create the depression. Science has proven that depression didn't exist before the internet age. Once the internet was made, once that fucking guy made the internet and AOL started to get into people's homes, depression started to spring up. This is what fucking Butch Hartman said, and that was the whole fucking nonsense he said. Like, he said the same shit. Butch Hartman went out of his way to say that the internet created depression and stuff. And that's a load of nonsense, because depression probably existed before the internet, because there were probably cases of depression that were not fucking documented. And I guarantee depression existed before the internet. Just saying. But no, it's the internet's fault, goddammit. I mean, you could say that the internet contributes to it. Sure, that's an argument you can make. But I think if you had depression, I just think that's the bulk of the problem.
The little bit of fucked up stuff that people can say or do about you that becomes a meme or becomes something that's just so nasty and everyone says it and does it and thinks it, it could become such a big ball.
But he had a lot of people who liked him,
feelings
so
and negativity that it can eat at you
whatever.
like poison from the inside, and it can make you feel like shit. It really can. I mean, there's things that people say about me that I feel awful, you know, and I do. Sometimes I want to fucking just crawl up into a ball and cry in a fucking fetal position, but I say I can't.
Wait
do
a
that.
second. He tells us now that he can cry? Look, I could cry, I just don't cry. He said that he does cry, though. In the depression stream, he said he cries. And Kat saw him crying. He did laugh after he said that, by the way. That is true. He did chuckle at him say he chuckled at that. DSP, he chuckled that he cried in front of Kat. Because he's an honest guy. Is he lying now? I don't know, guys. He could be telling the truth for all I know, because either he has to admit that he lied about his depression, or he has to admit that Kat's a terrible person. So, because it's just an odd coincidence that once Kat got into his life, he started to act more and more like a thought. Kinda odd. Kinda odd. It's raises some questions, I should say. It raises some questions.
I gotta tough through it. I gotta keep being strong. I gotta hope that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I gotta hope that, you know, there's gonna be a resolution to my problems long term, and regardless of the amount of fact that the people want to see me fail so much, that I can still get through it somehow, right? You know, that's the truth of the matter. You know, I don't know. It's just a fucked up. Life is fucked up, and especially this whole new online culture is so fucked up that people could just be so nasty or.
Online culture is fucked up. People can be so nasty. People can be nasty. People are people. People like why do you think people like it's a meme to say that I hate people? People can be nasty. Do you know what people can do? It's really naive to assume that people are innately kind. Not everyone is kind. I mean, sometimes people can be assholes. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, come on.
disgusting to each other anonymously and get away with it, and it's okay. Oh, that's just meme culture. That's just YouTube culture. That's fine. No, it's not fucking fine. It's not fine to throw out all common
Who says it's fine to be mean? Like the only argument I see is that people should just toughen up, and sure that's fine, that's fair enough, but I think it's also like, as I said, there's people have different thresholds. Like, yeah, I agree people should like toughen up to a point, but if you can't handle it, if you ultimately cannot handle it, block the person. If you can't handle it after that, mute them, then block them. Then if it gets even harder, like, and you have to find ways to handle it on your own. Talk to someone about it. Ask someone that you trust online, like someone that's always been there for you. Be like, hey man, a lot of people are going after me, and like, look, I just want to have a good time on the internet, and this is just ridiculous, and I don't want to leave because I want my Twitter. Uh, there's fucked up shit that goes on. Like you don't have to agree with it, and I think that just blanketly saying that it's fine is silly, just as it's silly to say uh, that everyone needs to be sensitive. It's just it's a very challenging issue, and DSP is not the one to handle it.
sense, all common decency, all common morality, and flush it down the toilet just because you're online and you're fucking anonymous. It's not. It's fucked up, and people shouldn't promote it. They shouldn't propagate it. They shouldn't, spread it. They shouldn't say it's funny. They shouldn't laugh at it. None of that should be okay. None of it. You should.
Now, the reason why this doesn't what the shit I said doesn't apply to DSP as much is because he considers stuff so oddly. Like to me, like when I say like, oh, you should the harassment with online, all that stuff, I'm talking about literally like people like making fun of you directly and going personal towards you. Like, let's say that you're gay and people are going after you for just for that. Yeah, that's kind of like fucked up, and you should either block the person and try to find ways to deal with it. But to DSP, what is slander and what's fucked up and all that kind of stuff is pretty much anything you could say about him. Hey DSP, your beard is fucked up. Hey, that's depression. Get out of here. You're deplatformed now. Over that, like that's the kind of shit DSP runs. It's not like common sense that people would be like, yeah, I could see that. Like, oh, people are making fun of your race. Okay, I can see why people would want that to be, why people would take that more seriously or stuff like that. That at least has a basis. But going to DSP saying, hey, DSP, you're a dummy. Up, deplatform. Like, that's not what people want, and it's because that kind of shit that people throw at him are not that personal. Like, I mean, there's more fucked up things that people say about him that I think he should be more upset about than people saying he sucks at games and shit. The scammer stuff is debatable, but that's, I feel, more of a criticism of the guy than trying to like shit on him for the sake of it, because you could kind of make any claim that any streamer is a scam artist. You could say that about anyone you just don't agree with how they make money etc., or whatever. I mean, it's all up to you on that. People think that people are scam. They're scammers. It is what it is. I mean, come on.
Have something up here or something in here that tells you what you're doing is wrong, and the
In
fact that
here?
there's so many fucking people
My
out there
heart
today
organ?
that don't know that and don't have that feeling is very fucking disturbing for the future. Up here or something in here, they shouldn't spread it. They shouldn't say it's funny. They shouldn't laugh at it. None of that should be okay. None of it. You should have something up here or something in here that tells
Something here, the cartoon version of Have a Heart, guys.
Tells you what you're doing is wrong, and the fact that there's so many fucking people out there today that don't know that and don't have that feeling is very fucking disturbing for the future of this fucking planet.
It's very disturbing. So is it mental health then? Is it a mental health issue? Why are you making fun of them then? Why are you shitting on them? Maybe they have mental health, dude.
There's so many people that have no actual conscience on the inside.
Now, I also want to keep. You know what I just realized about this whole thing that's just kind of dumb as well. You could also, I think to a point, people who also suffer from depression, or at least or people just have a bad day in general. I mean, I think this can apply to anyone. You might just be more angry and irritated by people just by having a bad day or having a negative mindset. Like, you might just have a very bad day and you might just be very irritable and all that kind of stuff, so you might be more prone to doing that. Now, he's saying, well, these people that don't have this or this is fucked up, man. But how many times have you heard DSP say, guys, today is a bad day, so if I yell at you guys, you gotta deal with it, okay? He called his own viewers bitches. He insulted his own viewers multiple times. And I'm not talking about him insulting detractors that watch him. Go watch, Annie D. Davidson video. Hey, you guys are bitches. You guys are freaking out, man. He shits on so many people. He shot on Swaggins, and Swaggins is a fucking abusive victim at this point. I mean, he went back to the abuser. After being shat on by the guy, he goes back to him. Swaggins is a very strong individual, obviously. He shits on his own fans multiple times. He insults them and all this other stuff, but he's gonna sit on a soapbox about how it's mean to say mean things. Okay, DSP.
And they'll just fucking hurt people nonstop because they can. That's fucking disgusting.
Like you,
Absolutely.
he does the same shit. He does the same shit. Once Dr. Disrespect was suspended, he was going off on the guy. Dr. Disrespect comes back on. Well, I'm not gonna shit on him, but the fans are fucking stupid. Okay.
Absolutely disgusting, and I feel absolutely fucking horrible for Etika and his family and his fans.
He feels horrible for a guy he doesn't even know who he was. And this is the other thing. He didn't even know who this guy was before he killed himself. Do you know how fucked up this looks? Imagine if you're an Etika fan and you just stumble onto this guy and this guy's like, I don't know who he is, I never heard of the guy. He committed suicide though, and let me tell you how bad it is. I kind of think that's a little insensitive. That you're feigning all of this care and all this stuff when you didn't even know the guy to begin with. He didn't even care about him when he was alive. Come on. Come on. If you didn't care about him when he was alive, I mean, you don't have to not care about suicide itself, but you could just say, yeah, it's sad that he committed suicide. But to have this much stake into it, it's just kind of dumb, and it's just fake. It's just fake. And I think that fans of Etika don't want fake ass people to feign care about it. And I think that's also less harm, and it just means nothing. He didn't promote any suicide prevention hotline, so he didn't care that much about it. Didn't care about sharing the clip of it. He didn't care about what he said about the memes. To share the clip of Etika talking about it. He didn't care enough. He had to wait for Revan to retweet it for him to retweet that. It's just fake, and he does this, and he doesn't think about how it looks. He didn't care about it when he was fucking alive. If Etika talked about this, would DSP care? No, he wouldn't even talk about it. So you're telling me that he suddenly cares about Etika? Yeah, okay. Fuck off, DSP.
Because it's a fucked up world we live in, and I feel sick. Absolutely disgusting, and I feel absolutely fucking horrible for
He can't look at the camera to say this, but he looks at the camera to say this part,
Etika
though.
And his family and his fans.
Family and fans.
Because it's a fucked up world we live in, and I feel sick.
I feel sick. He had to look at the camera to say that. This is such a fucking PR thing. This is something that someone wrote for a TV. I can't fucking talk. Soap opera. This is like a soap opera. I feel sick. Oh my god. You didn't even care when he was alive. And you're gonna tell us how you feel sick about the world? Get the fuck out of here. Fuck off. This is so fake.
And that's the truth.
And that's the truth. I'm dropping truth bombs. I'm Dark Spadil, and I'm just an honest guy. I'm really honest, guys. We should all listen to Etika. I don't know who he is. I never watched a video of him, but let me tell you, him killing himself is terrible, and let me tell you how much I care about Etika and his family and his fans that I never knew existed before today. Okay, sure, buddy.
See, BentBoxer doesn't matter though. That's the thing. BentBoxer, oh, those people are losers. You could just ignore them. But that's the problem. Is it doesn't matter that they're losers who start the rumor when it becomes a meme, and now it becomes, oh, it's a funny thing that everyone repeats about you. Now it becomes truth. It doesn't even matter if the meme is true or based on a snippet of fact. That becomes a common belief that people now have about you. There's a lot of people out there that just believe that I'm a racist. I'm a pedophile. I'm a scammer. I'm this, I'm that.
Well, your actions gotta speak more than what you say, DSP. Just saying.
I mean, I can tell you a million things.
Like, it's one thing to kind of say something in the moment and then being, like, genuinely appalled by it, but he didn't apologize for the Nazi in space bit that he did. He didn't apologize for that. He still defended it, and in a way, he admitted that he plagiarized the joke. He admitted to plagiarizing a joke that is offensive, and doesn't feel sorry for it. Doesn't feel sorry. Doesn't feel appalled by it. Doesn't apologize. Fuck it. It was YouTube back in the day, dude. It was the Wild West.
People say about me.
He was an equal opportunity jokester.
And they believe it. Just because it became a meme to hate on me, they believe that shit. You know? In particular, I don't know with Etika what the memes were about him. I have no idea.
He doesn't even know the fucking memes. And he's doing all of this, and he doesn't know. Come on, fuck off.
But obviously they must have been pretty fucking bad if they got to him that bad, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, you know, for me, I have a million things that say about me. You can say, oh, just laugh it off. Until you go to try to get a job, and someone does an internet search about you and finds 500 disgusting, vile things that people have said about you coming to the forefront of the internet search, right? And now why are they going to want to hire someone for their company who has a million things negative on the internet about them, right? That's like, oh, just go get another job. I couldn't anyway. Even if I wanted to quit doing this and go get another job, I would never get hired. I
can't get a job anyway. Big ups. Poke the hole right through that plane, right?
Like, go out of my...
He already has an excuse to not get a job. In 10 years, someone's gonna say, 10 years. Shout out to, Infinite 65. Someone's gonna meme with that name. In 10 years. And he says that, were you gonna get a job? No, I gotta find a fucking memer. A guy that would definitely do that in his chat. Oh, I know who. Shout out to Baby Man Gaming for a 50-bit cheer. And he asks, oh, what happened to my plan to get a job? Well, the thing is that, I would, but, the internet didn't let up, man. See, I, was... The thing is that, I would get a job, but, that was the plan, you know, to help, and I would stream less, right? Well, the thing is about that is that, the internet was so toxic that I can't get a job even if I wanted to. Okay, that's the bottom line. The bottom line is this: the trolling got so bad that I can't get a job. So I just have to keep on doing it. I have to keep streaming until I can make enough to stop. Man, I can't stop streaming, man. I can't get a job. So this is how it is, okay? Alright? Shout out to Hank, what's up, man? He tips me $50, and he says, big ups, Phil. I'm excited for Final Fantasy 20. I agree, man.
My way so strong to convince people that all of it's bullshit, you know?
Bullshit? Look at these little head
It's pretty fucked
tilts.
up. I'm not saying innately that memes are bad. I'm just saying that when you turn a meme into a negative thing for the sake of funniness, being funny, but it hurts someone, it's something that's like really personally hurtful to them, that's not funny. And people should be able to know where to draw the fucking line, and they don't. And that's what's fucked up about our planet. And you know, just humanity in general.
Well, everyone's different thresholds, as I said. Like,
in 2019 is that people don't understand the difference between, oh, a little funny joke about a meme about something versus, oh, something that actually is concretely hurtful and could ruin their life. You know? Because there are some things that have been said about me that will possibly one day ruin my fucking life. I can't take things off the internet that people have said. You know? There's a clip of me from 2016 having an embarrassing moment where something was on camera that should not have been. Did it show any nudity? No. Was it in front of anyone significant? No. It was a bunch of people on a pre-stream that didn't even know what was going on. But people have now said, oh, look, this is Phil who publicly masturbated on the internet, full nude, in front of children. And
who said full nude?
I jumped over that car and it still hit
Whatever.
me. But anyway, in front of children, and he should be banned from the internet and all of that.
Well, it could be some children. I mean, I'm sure children watch your videos, DSP. I mean, if you think about it, I mean... See you later, Derek.
And it's like, see what I mean? And that's the kind of shit. If someone does an internet search on me, they hire me, they see that, immediately that's
Remember when he put the fat face as his Twitch cover? I remember.
You're disqualified.
He even pinned a tweet with it, too. And bragged about it. He bragged about it.
Right? You're completely disqualified. Forget it. You're never going to be eligible for a job or anything because of the shit that people have said, you know? It's pretty completely, utterly fucked up. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
The things that people say and do about people. Oh, that's a funny meme. No, it's not a funny fucking meme. It's something that could ruin someone's goddamn fucking life. I'm a content creator.
You made the fap a meme, DSP. Remember, he wanted to be a Twitch emote. He wanted the fat face to be a Twitch emote.
Relies on people coming in and checking out my content on a daily basis, and that relies on some newcomers coming by. I can't rely on only people who've heard negative things about me coming by and hoping they'll give me an actual honest chance.
Guess what? Wrong. He makes more money from trolls. He like half of his fucking pay pigs are trolls. Tut was a troll. I gave him a lot of money. I don't know what Emerald 7 was. I kind of would suspect he's a troll, dude. Sound good? Who else? Who else is a whale that's a troll as well? Swaggins was a troll. But, I mean, but he's a cook as well, so, I mean, it is what it is. Dechonkla, King of Golf HD. Well, actually, no, King of Golf HD and Dechonkla did not give DSP any money. Never mind. Whoops. You know what? We could go to his Twitch channel and we could just look at the leaderboard. Oh my god, I have to go to the bathroom, but I want to finish this video. Feels bad, man. Grizzly Dream at one point was a pay pig. That's a troll. So there you go.
Okay, but for people to just say, okay, let's completely fucking fabricate stuff about Phil to spread more negative memes about him across the internet, so more people will hate him. That's where I draw the fucking line.
Genetic Gamer is a troll that gives him a lot of money.
I've done in the past, fine.
Vote Democrat's a troll that gives him money.
About stuff I'm doing in the present, fuck you. And that's literally what's happened in the past 24 hours.
What?
I had 2 completely factually incorrect accusations made about me that now idiots are spreading across the internet and believing, you know, because they're just scumbags. There's really no other reason to do it. Why else would they do it? You know what I mean? Why?
Wait.
Why would they actually do that?
So
they're just scumbags.
first he tells us that, oh, we go back to the old stuff, and that's not true, man. He even said that the debunk video kind of reset the detractors to ground zero, with Square Zero with that video.
For what they do.
So then people mention
Like,
recent
no matter
stuff.
what they do,
That's bullshit, man.
ever.
They bring up recent stuff. Fuck you.
It doesn't matter, what the repercussions.
What are we supposed to do?
Actions. We will just do it no matter what, because we can. So we can get a reaction out of this content creator, or so we can hurt them, even if we don't get a reaction out of the content creator, so we can at least know that we hurt them in some way. And then it gives us some kind of feeling of empowerment. Because in real life, we have no power. We're the powerless. But when we go online, we're the anonymous, powerful many who can team up to fucking hurt people just because we can, and it gives us some kind of a feeling of self-worth. It's sick.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
absolutely sick. That's not healthy thought. That's not something that's going to help you in life. Trust me, from someone who used to be like that. Because when I was younger, all right, and I was part of the competitive Street Fighter community, especially I would say in the early 2000s, I was a troll, man. I would troll the shit out of people on forums, chat rooms. I would just,
I would
do things
troll
to
people.
basically
You
bring
troll
down
people. He made a fake website to shit on people, by the way.
And
Big ups.
I've been there and I've done that. And I could tell you, my life, when I stopped doing that shit and I started doing positive stuff for myself, like actually excelling at things such as, oh, let's actually focus on being good at competitive Street Fighter instead of trying to bring down others who are good. Instead of, you know what I mean? Don't bring down those that are good. Become good yourself.
Oh my god, I feel like
When
that's
that
a little
happened,
bullshit.
I found that I enjoyed it way more. Than just
He
being a
went out of
fucking
his
internet
way to fucking
troll. Okay.
get good at Street Fighter. Like he bragged about it. He's like, these people fucked me over because they had the boys club. They hated me. Okay,
Such a
DSP, whatever you say.
experience.
That's why he
To
shits
do
on the
something
FGC.
constructive
That's
for
why he tries to
yourself,
devalue them.
than to
What
try
the
to
fuck?
bring
How does
down
he have
others.
12,000 people?
You know what I mean? But that's the thing. If you haven't been there,
Oh,
and
he's
you
a
haven't
view
been
bot.
able
There's
to
no
feel
way
that,
there's 12,000
then
people.
maybe you don't know that.
It's view bots.
'Cause I didn't know
I'm
that
not
when I
buying
was
this. This
younger.
is
when I was
suspicious.
when I was in my early 20s, I had no idea that doing things constructive was so much better and healthier and,
Just someone
and
rate
just
him.
overall more positive than doing things destructive. Okay? And quite frankly, I don't know how to relay that to a new generation of people. I don't know how to relay
Dude,
that to
I
my
feel like
viewers
he's
besides
getting
just to tell you
view-botted.
guys from my own personal experience. Okay? Seriously. Like I can't relate to you guys enough that if you just try to do something positive for yourself versus doing something negative towards someone else, you will get infinitely more out of it. That, you know what I mean? And it's way more work. It might be harder. Trust me, it may be tougher. It may be harder. It may be a difficult thing. Because to actually have something positive and constructive for yourself versus to bring down others is tougher to do. It's
Like,
much
is it a
easier to make
raid? Did he get
negative
raided?
videos and drama videos on YouTube than it is to find a way to make constructive, positive content. Just being honest. Why do you think the garbage content on YouTube is the most popular shit?
Oh yeah, I
It's
make
easy to
so
make.
much money doing this. This is a cool thing to bring up. You talk about all this drama stuff goes straight to money. Big ups.
I can wholeheartedly tell you this. It's worth the fucking hard work. 11 years of my life I've put into this to get to where I am, and I love what I do for a living. You know what I mean? I absolutely love what I do for a living, and I wouldn't want it to change.
That's why he wants
You
to
know?
phase it out to get a real job because he loves it so much. Sound good? Uh-huh.
I'm just reading some of the comments right now in the stream chat, which are hilarious. But the bottom line is this. All right?
Hilarious.
It hurts. This shit hurts. It does. It seriously, concretely cuts when I, yesterday tried to handle a situation as professionally as I possibly could, right? And then after getting more information about a situation and was being directly asked about certain questions about myself, I answered them as, honestly as I could, on a stream. And then they use this as a way to spin it as I'm a bad person, I'm a negative person, when the things that they say happened actually didn't happen. And in reality, it's the opposite of what they're saying. They're saying, oh, Phil used Edeka's passing as a way to fucking make it all about himself and get popularity for himself. No, in
You
reality, it's the
did.
opposite. It's these people used Edeka's passing as a way to, what's the word? They used it not using as ammo. not militarized, not, oh God, there's a word for it. When you take something and you use it as an attack on others, and that's what they did. They literally said, oh, look, Phil mentioned Etika, just like everyone else did today, because it was the big topic everyone was talking about. Let's use it as a way to attack him. So it's the complete opposite. I didn't use it as a way to make myself look good. They used it as a way to attack me. You know what I mean? Which is fucking worse.
This guy just used the same fucking criticism towards him on us. Phenomenal. Because the thing is that unlike what DSP did, oh my, oh, I have to go to the bathroom. Sorry,
And
you
we
guys
should
got
take mental health issues
to this.
seriously.
I'll talk
And,
about
you know,
what I have to
the thing,
do
constant
soon.
attacks on people on the internet, memeing and things can hurt people and concretely can actually, you know, have dire consequences. Let's be careful about what we say and do on the internet. They used it to weaponize against me and do negative things against me. The exact fucking thing that the message is warning about with the passing of Etika. It's like, are you fucking that brain dead ignorant? Are you? And they say, oh, it's ironic. No, you know, the truth of the matter is, you want to see the ultimate hypocrites? They're the ultimate hypocrites. Seriously, to take something that definitely should have been a day of first of all, being very sad about losing a very positive and well-loved content creator, right? And a day where it should have been all about him, which it was. And then when people asked me questions about my own personal situation, I answered them honestly. And instead turning it into a day to attack Phil. You know, it's fucking sickening. It makes me, in the pit of my stomach, it makes me fucking sick that there's these people out there and they do it daily. It's just fucked, man. You know? I don't even know what else to say. That these people have no conscience. They have no morality. They have no remorse. They feel no responsibility for their actions, and they will continue to do these heinous acts over and over and over again. They'll never realize, apparently, that doing positive things for themselves, constructive things, is far outweighing any kind of gratification they can get out of doing negative things towards me or others. You know? That's fucked. And how many people are like this out there? Is this how the whole fucking internet is? People who are constantly using the internet are all like this? I don't know. I would hope not. I would at least say, from my experiences, from people who are on my streams that hang out with me, that's not the case. That there are positive, fun people out there. They understand who I am as a person. They want to just hang out with me and have fun, right? I just seriously, I can't get it, because I'm not that kind of person. I mean, like I said, when I was younger, that's kind of how I was, and then I learned from that, and I moved on. That was like 15 fucking years ago, guys, that I realized that was not something productive that I should do in my life. You know, I should move on and do other productive stuff. People need to realize this stuff, man, because this stuff hurts. It does. Like, the reason I'm talking about it at length on the pre-stream today is because it hurt. I go on Twitter, I see this nasty stuff. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, when did none of this happened? How can you even pass this stuff as fact when none of it is true? But they'll spin stupid shit like that, you know? Like, I'm just out of my mind with this. Okay? I'm just like, you know, I don't even know what else to say or do about it, because I don't think I can change it. And that's what's fucked up here is, you know, people are like, Phil, how do you keep going the way that you go when people do this every day? You know, and the answer is, I don't know. I just keep going. Sometimes I just gotta become. Sometimes you say you become numb to it, but I'm not. Like, it still hurts. You know, I looked at it, I was like, damn, I could just completely ignore the situation and never address it and act like it didn't happen. Or I could actually, you know, actively speak up about it and say, this is fucked up stuff that needs to stop. Because this is the shit that gets to people. This is the shit that eats at you inside and becomes festers, and it becomes this disgusting.
The dumb thing, the really dumb thing about this. I'm sorry, I'm reading this rant, but the real dumb thing about this is that he's saying that, oh well, they're using Etika to shit on me, man. Look how dumb this is. But you didn't know who he was before he died. So you don't really have a high horse to stand on. You don't have a leg. You don't have a leg to stand on, other than you got trolled too. But, I mean, come on. Really? And all of this is just because people give him the same shit. And this is the other thing. People are always accusing him of this, of using other people's deaths to benefit him. That has been a thing for years. Years. People said that when David Bowie died. People said that. I think even when Robert Williams died, they accused DSP of the same thing because he kept bringing up all of this other stuff. But this gets him to be super duper snowflake mode. And the thing that's worse about it is that he wasn't like this even when his friend got murdered. According to him, I mean, his friend got shot, and he got really upset that people accused him of making money off it, but he kind of moved on from that. But this, like, he sounds like he was like best friends with Etika, but he didn't know who the fuck he was. So he's getting this personal about a guy who he never met, or know what kind of videos he made, and he's getting this fucking like, oh.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like some great... You didn't cure cancer. You didn't fucking do anything.
Oh, we have
reality,
to cure cancer
you did nothing.
now.
All you did is you fucked my life up.
So we have to cure cancer for us to shit on DSP, apparently. That's fair. That's really fair.
You made it so that it became so toxic and so fucking painful to keep going that I just quit. You know? Wow. You broke a man. Wow, you're amazing. You're such a great person that now for the rest of your life you can say, I broke a content creator who...
You know, I don't think that people who make nasty memes intend for suicide to happen, though. Like, I don't think that's the intention. Maybe, I mean that's kind of a risky thing to accuse people of. Accuse them of driving people to suicide. That's kind of fucked up.
You want me to be financially destroyed because I don't have enough income anymore to pay anything.
And by the way, he says that he's not making it about himself. What is this? What is this then?
I probably lose everything. Lose my house.
I don't make things about myself when people die, yet he's ranting about himself. What the fuck is this?
I'm not a content creator anymore. I go get some, part-time job somewhere probably, or have to work 2, 3, 4 part-time jobs offline. And everything.
You wanted to get a part-time job though. Remember the 10-year plan?
The beautiful life, now that we're married and everything, basically that all falls apart. You know what I mean? Like, what are you getting at? I just don't understand it. I'm completely. What is it? What's the point? What's going on here? You know what I mean? Like, this is insanity, to me anyway. As a logical human or someone who has morality inside of them, like, I don't understand what you're getting at, Like, at least if there's an end goal, it would make sense. But what's your end goal? To ruin my life? Okay, great. Wow. That's really an accomplishment, right? Like, what the fuck? I'm just lost. I'm completely fucking lost about this.
Okay.
I don't understand it.
Okay.
I probably never will. Because, again, like I said, I've grown from being that kind of a person. So, for my situation, all right, here's the way I see it. All right. You want to criticize me for something I actually did. All right. You want to basically say, I've made mistakes in the past and here's those mistakes. You could do that. For 11 years, I've shared my life with everyone.
What?
I certainly don't hide.
So now it's like, oh, I want to bring up stuff and criticize me. That's fine. He tells us here, people name 5 things that I do wrong, and that's fucked up. Fuck you.
I've never been about
really
things, or you know what I mean. I've been one of the most transparent
people
on the internet for the last 11 years. Okay?
Hold up, buddy.
That's okay, but to actually now to fabricate shit about me, children, and he should be banned from the internet and all of that.
And the stupid clown shit, and I hope you're fucking happy, to be honest.
Tell me the stuff that people said about me in the last 24 hours. How does this make me improve? SJ says, I watched Etika for a long time. I'm really sad about when things go really bad. How is this constructive? That's really the best. Because in the past, here's 5 things he did wrong. And they do this all the time. They did it on my tweet. I made a tweet about Etika, just basically saying what I just said. Okay? And, oh, look, in the past, Phil has referenced mental illness, and in the past, Phil has done this horrible thing and that horrible thing. How dare he make a tweet about something like that? Fuck off.
Fuck off. But it's fair to do that, though, but fuck off.
Improve based off of this? You see what I mean? I just don't understand it. And now Mirai Masaki's just said in the stream chat, well, it's not meant to help you. They just want to tear you down to their level. Maybe you're right. Maybe that's what it is. Because at one point...
Oh, yeah, listen to
those
Mirai
people who
Masaki.
used to do this
Mirai
shit
Masaki?
would try to
Are-
hide behind...
Okay, okay, Mirai
Mirai
Masaki. Okay, you want to see what kind of guy Mirai Masaki is? You're gonna love Mirai Masaki. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Let's see, can I... God damn it, I can't... Wait. There it is. This is the person that's in DSP's chat. You know, very positive guy. The supposed victim has the strength to put up Nona. Look at this. He believes in these conspiracies about the Christchurch shooting and all this other stuff. He's a very positive individual. You know, obviously. Yeah, we're gonna listen to this guy who fucking does toxic shit as well on Twitter. But okay, okay, DSP. Let's listen to Mirai Masaki.
all over the place. Like, what can I improve? What can I do to make this stop? Maybe I can't. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe my problem is I always think that it's my fault. Like, I think, man, the reason that this is happening is because something I did irked someone or something. Maybe that's not the case anymore. Maybe at this point, it's not that I need to improve. It's that people just are so used to hurting me that they'll just do it anyway. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. You know, I just don't know anymore. And it sucks because some people are like, it'll never stop. I know that's a horrible feeling. Can you believe that maybe one day I will transition out of what I'm doing now? I won't be a full-time streamer anymore. I would still like to stream, don't get me wrong. But can you imagine if, like, I transition out of this life and people never stop?
Wasn't that
They
the
constantly
plan?
still find ways to harass me? And you might say, oh, well, if you're not a streamer anymore, they can't do it. Well, you think that, but these are people who...
So, I guess the plan was it was a lie.
Found my new address and were trolling me at this new address. You know, these are people who have fucking done really fucked up stuff, like swatting me and my family members. Okay? This is messed up fucking stuff that they've done to me. And what's to say that they won't just continue that offline stuff? You know what I mean? Like, this is a real concern for me.
So
I don't even know how I'm going to go about the rest of my life if this is the case. If there's thousands of people on the internet that have just become so ingrained in their brains, I must hurt DSP on a daily basis. I will make shit up about him. I will lie about him. I will spin stuff to make him look bad.
this is like all
Troll
new
the
Snort
fuck out of him
Brunel
offline and
clips.
online. This is what I do. You know what I mean? Like,
This is what I do.
how do you improve that? I just
Oh
you
my
know,
god, what the
how do
fuck
you
is
fix
this?
it? I don't know, man. I just don't know. So I thank you guys for allowing me to at least, vent a little bit here today. All right. And, the bottom line is really bothered me overnight. Like, this actually really got to me that I'm looking at, you look at this stuff.
He didn't even get the plugs.
I'm looking at all this stuff going on. And
He's
I'm just like, damn, this is some fucked up shit.
This-
I just, it's weighing on me heavily. It's fucking with my head. It's really affecting me, and I want to be honest and transparent with you guys as a viewing audience when this stuff happens, because
not a drama queen,
all I
by
wanted
the
to do
way.
today was come to stream and have a fun day. I had so much fun with Judgment yesterday. I was like,
I
this is
just
gonna be a great
wanna
stream.
have
Come
fun,
on,
have a
and
good
get
game.
history and do all this fun stuff that we like from
It's
the
the
Yakuza
wings
franchise and
meme.
everything.
I just want to sit here and have a good
Like,
good game, have a good time.
Then and then all this happens, and it's like, this is just so fucked. It's so morally fucked. That how do you unfuck it? I just don't know anymore, man.
I can't.
See, I agree with you. For Tor Goggle, he says you just shouldn't address it then. I agree with you, but at the same time, if I don't address it, it becomes worse. It actually becomes a festering ball of pain inside. I know, because I've had things that I've kept to myself for long times and never really talked about it. It doesn't make it better. It just makes it worse. When you actually talk about it and you get conversation about it, that's when you
Oh
feel
my
better.
god. Remember that journal he
Saying
did
you
last
don't,
year?
it just makes it
That Super
worse
Meat
and
Boy or
worse and
whatever?
worse.
I read that and I had to say it in a journal, and that made me feel better. Doesn't do that anymore. Big ups.
I don't even know what the fuck these people are talking about at this point. Now we got people saying I'm writing journals and shit.
I got banned for that.
God. All right,
I got
guys.
banned for that.
All right, let's
What
just
the-
move on.
what
At this
the
point,
fuck?
obviously, now I've talked about it for about
What?
a half an hour. I mean, I'm glad that I did. I'm glad that you guys know what's
This-
going on. At least
this
you
is a-
understand, you know,
guys,
what this is.
Guys,
at
the
the same
experiment
time-
is over.
You,
The experiment is over. I literally. Oh no! Oh my god, guys! I literally wanted to see. I wanted to see what would get me banned. I said all kinds of stuff. You know, I thought like 2 days ago. I think I was saying a lot of like pushy stuff. I said that why don't you write a journal like you did last year, referring to fucking the thing about Super Meat Boy, and he banned me for that. Are you fucking stupid? Out of all the things, oh my god, experiment over. I was waiting for the most dumb shit to be banned for. I didn't even insult him. I didn't say shit to him. I was a positive fucking contribute person in chat, and he bans me for asking about a journal. I got banned for that. You know what? I'm in my contact up. Time when he was upset and he wrote in a journal. It's even in one of his pre-streams. Can you please unban me? I can't believe that's what gets me banned. Not anything else. That. I can't talk in chat anymore because of that. Big ups. Fuck you, Darksvidel. Now I hate you. Now I hate you. You know what? I'm done. I'm done. That pre-stream fucking killed me. Thanks for watching this video. I can't believe I got banned. That is fucking ridiculous. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. Honestly, I'm a little mad. I'm a little mad about that. Really, I can't be. I got banned for saying that he should write a journal. That's even then. That's a legitimate fucking suggestion. Like, are you fucking serious, DSP? Are you fucking serious with this? Wow. Fuck you. Fuck you. Terrible. Can't believe I got banned for that. I got banned for that. Fuck you, DSP. You're a piece of shit. Always will be now. Thanks a lot.